Evening, YouTube. Holy Sasquatch here. It's about 7:20 on Saturday evening, September 12th. September smoky ass day in the mountains 12th. Holy moly, it's been smoky the whole time. I don't know if you can even tell. Here, I'll show you this real quick and then I'll tell you my little story. Yay, there's the Sismus River, or part of it. The main part's right out there. This is just a little side cut, but anyways, look at that. Yeah, that's not clouds, it's just a layer of smoke. It's actually gotten better. You couldn't see that earlier, that ridge back there, you couldn't see that earlier today. But, so what I wanted to do is kind of give you guys a little perspective maybe, a little story. So, this is about the day that thing chucked a... This is about the day Sasquatch chucked a rock at me to distract me from whatever was in the bushes. And I was at this spot. I've had a lot of shit happen to me at this spot. I've spent quite a bit of time here as well. I always talk about my other spot, but before this here got super popular, I used to come up here a lot. I still do actually, but more in the winter. So without further ado, to kind of give you a lay of the land for that story, my buddy and I were camped right here in the same spot. His tent is where mine is now. Mine is over there underneath that other cedar. And I had got up that morning. My buddy was sleeping and I basically took my cup of coffee, which you can see right there. My little jet boil, I was just drinking my evening cup of coffee. And I just came walking out this way. Now, as I was telling you guys a story, there was some girls that were camped here that came in like the night before, and they were camped over here in this main area right over here. I was just walking, being quiet, looking over there at their camp, and everything was all wadded up and wet because it had rained the night before. Their tarp was between these two trees, and they had stuff. So we see where this line of leaves is. The people who were camped here last night cleared all that shit out. I mean, they were here for a while, but anyways, that's the same place where the girls were camped. But their whole camp was just in disarray that morning. As I'm walking by, I'm just thinking, oh my God, everything's just like soaking wet, and it looked like something out of like a B-rated horror movie or something. I'm just thinking that just didn't look good, but regardless, I was walking up to just watch the sun come up on the bridge up here. And as I'm walking, minding my own business, I got up to this area right here. Now, you know, at the time I didn't think nothing of it, and in retrospect, obviously, you get to go over some things, but the whole B-movie thing and the girls' tarp being all down and their blankets all soaking wet and their car was gone, it looked like they just boned out, and it was just so quiet that morning. But at the time, I didn't really notice it. So I got to about here, and I heard something in the bushes right over there. And this is a little later in the year, so there's less foliage, and yeah, I could definitely see the light coming through there as the sun's starting to come up. Anyway, so I heard something in the bushes right there, and that's probably 45 yards right there. So I heard something, and I'm like, take a sip of my coffee. Nothing. I'm like, right on. So I walked this way a little bit further. You can see I'm just going up the road right here. I got to about right here, and I heard it again, and I snapped around, And I'm like, God damn it, there's something in the woods right there. And I turned, and I'm like, that's it, I ain't moving. I'm gonna stay right here until I see what's in the bushes, because I'm guaranteed I'm gonna see something in the bushes, because essentially it moved from, you know, the same direction I am, from right there to right here. Stopped me dead in my tracks. I'm like, I'm hoping to see a deer or something, you know what I mean? And so I just sat here. I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna drink my coffee. About the time I'm thinking that, I literally hear something in the air. Now I know I'm kind of rehashing the story, but I'm just putting it into perspective where I'm at. But I literally heard something coming from behind me up in the air. Like, whew, I heard the air moving, dude. And all I could do was look up at this tree right here. And it's kind of hard to discern right now. I can see the branch. It's got that little fork on it right there. I looked up just in time to see a rock fly up and hit that branch and shoot back down this way. And when it hit that tree, dude, it was like, I mean, it was like a baseball bat loud. That's how hard it hit. And I thought, holy shit. And I turned around, and I'm looking right back here. So you can see the road back there and how it's kind of clear right there. Yeah, I turned around fully expecting to see somebody standing there chucking a big ass rock, dude. And it was just right here. That's how it happened. But there was no one, there was nothing, no one. I don't know, dude. But I'm telling you what, something chucked a rock at me from right over here. And it went up and hit that freaking tree right there. Right up where I said. That's what I'm saying. You see, I gotta look up, dude. And then it came back down and landed down here in the bushes. And then I just think I had goosebumps, and I'm thinking, holy moly, you know what I mean? And I knew now I wasn't gonna see nothing over there, and there was something, but nothing behind me. And that's when I turned back this direction, and I started walking fast, dude. I did not run. I'm like, I ain't running, but I ain't gonna walk, dude. And that's when I was like, dude, the closer back I got. So anyways, that's a little story right there. And then I just walked back all the way back to the tent. But hopefully that puts it into some perspective for you as far as the distance, where I was at, and kind of what happened. And maybe with me, you know, maybe you might be able to understand the height of that tree and where it hit. But I'm telling you what, dude, that rock was bigger, and it was bigger than a softball, dude. It was freaking huge, and I could see it was like, it was still wet, dude. It was moist from coming from the ground or whatever. It was wet. But anyways, that's the tree right there. And that's my little retelling and whatever, kind of putting the story to the landscape there of the old rock chucking at the trees, whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for watching my video. And until my next one, Holy Sasquatch out.